Hi, everybody. So I've decided to create a podcast. So I'm going to go put it on Spotify, Apple, Google, just still figuring it all out. So I thought I would record an introduction to my podcast. And so I thought you guys might like to hear a little bit about my background, how like this all started, and then I'll be going deeper in other YouTube videos and things like that. So thank you for joining me. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Lily Leaf 11 podcast, Crazy or Awakening. What do you reckon? Are we all going crazy, or are these just awakening symptoms, ascension symptoms, uh, waking back to who we truly are at a soul level? What an exciting time. So I am just going to introduce myself a little bit. I am Jozee from Lily Leaf 11, and I live in New Zealand. I've lived in New Zealand all my life, and now I think I'm realizing why I had the call to live in New Zealand. It's got a lot of Lemurian vibes. Like there's always a reason why you are where you are at a certain point of time. So I'm here talking about my spiritual awakening journey and discovery of Lightworker and Starseed souls. So are you guys starting to see and feel things that are different to what you were taught growing up? Are we crazy, or are we awakening to something more? So I am the creator of Lily Leaf 11. So it's kind of like, I call it a high frequency boutique and wellness lifestyle brand. I've mixed it up so many times. If one door shuts, then just find a new door. You just got to keep going. Yeah, so in 2018, I was doing yoga. And I was doing at the end, I was doing Shavasana. So just lying down, chilling out, doing a nice relaxing meditation. And then I saw this in my mind's eye, I kind of saw this a lotus leaf, water lily symbol. So I saw the lotus in my mind, and I saw the lotus in mud, and it was symbolizing this rebirth and blossoming into something beautiful. So as soon as I got home, I created this lily leaf symbol with I don't even know if I had Canva back then in 2018. Just kind of whipped something out, opened an Instagram account, then opened a Facebook account, and I just started playing around, doing random pictures on my social media. And then I kind of decided to maybe sell a few little crystals, just some crystals to friends and family. And then I put them on Instagram and Facebook, and then it got bigger and bigger with people saying, where can I buy the crystals from? So then I opened my website in 2018. So I am like, originally I was a teacher for a long time, doing induction and mentoring, but something just didn't feel right about teaching, all the policies, everything government. I was just like, this just doesn't feel right. It's too much hard work. It just was overwhelming and really, really stressful. So I was just still selling my crystals on the side. And then the crystal business got so busy, like especially in 2020, everybody just wanted crystals. It was like crystals were rising. They were literally rising up from inner earth, coming up to shift the consciousness and the frequency of humanity and earth. So I was having fun selling crystals all around the world, but shipping and everything got a little bit challenging, because all of my clients were so far away from New Zealand. So I started adapting, and I started training and learning. And over that time, I was, like before that, I was probably more in survival consciousness, just feeling overwhelmed, living in fight, flight, or freeze. And then 2020 happened, and I kind of, like it's kind of like it was like a kick start. But I've always done yoga, and I've always kind of felt, well, not always done yoga. For 20 years, I've done yoga. I felt energy. I could feel it. I could feel shifts happening, but not as big as what's happening now. So a few years, I think before, it was before I started Lily Leaf 11. I went to our neighbors. Our neighbors had a medium over, so like a kind of psychic medium. Everyone has different names. And she was from England, and she was actually my neighbor's daughters. The daughters were friends. And so my neighbor just had a few of us over to do this evening with the medium. And the medium said to me, you can do this too. Like tune into other realms, higher energy. And I was just like, no way, I'm not doing that. And I was probably, I feel bad still. I was probably a bit rude to her. I was like, I'm not tuning in. And I try to look back and think, what was it? Was I scared, or was it just too weird? I think a bit of both. The underlying current was probably a fear from what people have said. A fear of, I always used to be scared of ghosts when I was little. Used to kind of feel things in my room, and yeah, I didn't want to tune into that. And I think, there's a lot of negativity in movies and things, and like witches and all this. It's, portrayed as really negative. And that now we know that that's just how the control has been laid of keeping us from that higher guidance and higher energy. But this medium from England said to me, like, that she had trained over in England. She said, why didn't you go? And I was like, no way. Like, this place that she was describing and that I've heard before, actually, it sounds like something out of Harry Potter. It sounds like Hogwarts Castle, where the wizards and everybody gets trained, the intuitives, the mediums, the psychics, they all get trained, special training. I thought, oh no, that's just way too much for me. But now it sounds super interesting and super exciting, but I still don't think I would go there, because there's so many other ways rather than to fly to England these days. But yeah, so I feel bad. I screwed up my face at her. I just thought, nah, that's too weird, too crazy. So I've always been able to feel other people's energy, like, I think just really empathic, could feel when they're sad, feel when they're scared, feel when they're in fight, flight, or freeze, which was a lot, when you're younger. I think many of us Lightworkers and Starseeds and intuitives have that. But it was just like so intense. I would feel people's pain. If somebody would hurt themselves, I would just feel so much pain and so much, like, so nauseous and so stressed out, so anxious when anybody would hurt themselves. Even if they just, kick their toe on the floor and they wouldn't even really hurt it. It would just, for me, the pain would just ripple through every part of my body. And it was just like, wow, this is just way too much. So 2018 I started my crystal business, and I think the crystals actually helped me awaken more, and they helped me find balance, strength, clarity, wisdom, and then I ended up going to this guru. I've explained it on one of my YouTube videos, how the guru taught me how to stop time. So I won't go into that in this today, but you can check out that video on how the guru taught me how to stop time. But so the guru, he blew my mind, really. So what we were doing is this, we did a 2-day retreat, and I've done a few since. But it was kind of like you would do these meditations and would be like kind of box breathing, all that stuff where you just breathe in for a very long time. Actually, you feel like you're going to pass out. And then you breathe out, and you're just pretty much meditating for quite a long part of the day. And then with the guru, I started seeing this energy and lights everywhere. His face would change. He'd look younger. There'd be orbs all around him. And then I started seeing these 2-dimensional beings. So, and instead of a 3rd-dimensional being, it would be 2-dimensional. So they'd be flat like paper. So I'd just see them on the floor or the walls. It's really weird, all this random stuff. But it was really exciting and really fun. It wasn't scary. It wasn't overwhelming. It felt really normal, which was strange. And I've done training with Suzanne Giesman. She's a medium, and she actually used to work at the Pentagon. So she's gone full circle now as a medium. So I learned a lot with her about channeling higher realms, tuning into loved ones that have passed. I wouldn't call myself a medium or psychic, even though I can tune in a bit, but it's not what resonates with me. I more resonate with the expanded consciousness. So rather than loved ones that have passed, I would tune into their higher self or that next level of what they're up to, rather than their earth personality. So I also trained with Caroline Corey. She was amazing. So she's created some such interesting films about being superhuman, and worked with scientists, and she works with galactic cosmic energy, universal energy. And I just did so much upgrading with her. It was just like a whole purging of old energy, purging of what no longer served me, who I wasn't. It was just crazy. I remember some days I'd just be meditating in the cosmos and just seeing the whole universe, merging with the universe, and I'd also purge. I'd feel like I was gonna vomit. I remember grabbing like a rubbish bin a couple of times where I felt like I was gonna vomit. It was just like this release of old energy, just a full upgrading the cells and upgrading the whole entire mind, body, and soul. I've also studied with Dr. Bruce Lipton, been to his conferences because he does live here in New Zealand quite often, and he studies epigenetics, about how the environment affects you more. It's not always genetics that creates illnesses and diseases. It's kind of more your mind and what you're believing, and what you're thinking and what you're vibrating at. And also I studied with Dr. Joe Despensza. Dr. Joe Despensza, I've seen, like, he has beings around him. I'm not sure if they're Arcturian beings, very tall beings. They're healers. They help in his conferences and things. I did meditations of his, like, there was a pineal gland one, a chakra one, and honestly, my whole body went crazy. Like, I had the biggest upgrades. I'm not sure if it's kind of like I had a Kundalini awakening with his meditations, but also I had the guru at the same time. I was just awakening. It was just like boom, 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 just getting hit from everywhere. My whole body was just being realigned. I just merged back in with source energy, became everything again. I was the universe. I was the cosmos. I was nothing. I was a piece of plastic. I was everything. It was insane. So my chakras just literally went smack, smack, smack back into alignment. Literally, my back was cracking. Going back into alignment. It was just insane. My whole, like, the mind and the body and the soul was aligning. So the physical carbon body was aligning with my soul, with my energy centers, with my emotional body. It was just like this boom connection. But I have to remember every day I've got to try and kind of realign again, because it's so easy. Earth just pushes you out of alignment. So every day I need to reset to that point again. I've also studied Reiki. So the Reiki comes from Japan. Sui, I'm always really bad with the names. But Reiki is a beautiful, I found that energy really grounding, the Reiki energy. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of Buddhism in it. Some believe there is, but it feels really soft and gentle, the Reiki. So I learnt that Reiki for healing, and I do incorporate my crystals. I do crystal Reiki. So whenever I'm on YouTube, even on podcast, even if I'm playing with my crystals and you can't actually see them on the podcast, you'll still be getting that frequency, the crystal Reiki frequency coming through me, through the light codes that just come through the quantum realm. So you will be getting the healing energy and the upgrades anyway, even if you can't see me. So I've also done work with Rebecca Campbell. She does those beautiful cards that I love, those angel cards. Oh, they're so good. There's Starseed cards as well that I love from her. She's just, amazing. So I did a cosmic blueprint course that I did a bit of that with her. And there's just so many amazing people. But remember, it's all within you as well. You are completely amazing. I have done a compassion keys. I'm a compassion keys practitioner. So that was for light worker souls, but we're all light workers. So that was to release all of the old imprints, the light worker imprints. So light workers have been living in survival consciousness, and they've kind of been trying to serve others rather than look after themselves and create their own abundance. So I did, this Compassion Keys course over a few months, which was, that was amazing too. That was with Edward Mannix. I've also trained of how to get into the Akashic Records. So the Akashic Records are, I call it the universal iCloud, a vibrational library. So for me, it looks like a cosmic library. For some people, it looks like crystals. So because crystals hold information, so it kind of makes sense. Crystals hold billions of years worth of information, but you can look at it as a library like on Earth that we would look at with ancient scrolls, ancient texts, books. Some people, if you're into coding, you can see it as codes or computer data. But the Akashic Records hold past, present, future. So I learned how to go in to connect with my own records, and I can connect with other people's records, but I definitely like to get permission first. Sometimes the higher self will just give me permission to access people's records, but I definitely like to ask their permission and not go snooping around. It's like snooping around their bedroom without getting permission. I also learned how to channel, or just remembered how to channel. I met Tara Arnold. I saw her on the Next Level Soul YouTube channel, which is awesome YouTube channel and podcast that has so many different things. And so Tara Arnold channels Saint Germain, and she channels other ascended masters. So I did a one-on-one with Tara Arnold, and just she reminded me how to channel. And so then I started channeling. I started off channeling Saint Germain, and then other ascended masters, and then it just went to cosmics, and then I ended up channeling the Galactic Federation of Light. I can channel other universes. I've channeled the dragons. I've channeled elemental beings. I've channeled the sun, Gaia. Yeah, you can channel anything because you're just tuning in to the frequency. Everything's one energy, it's oneness. So we're just tuning into the frequency of whoever, whatever individual you want across the universe. So I started with all of that. There's a lot more, but that, that's going to take a while. So it's a lot. But I started seeing beyond my mind and my brain, and I started going into my heart. The heart is like a portal, and that can connect you to the universe. It was like walking through a door into a new world, and I opened an entryway so I could actually see in my brain. It was kind of like I was seeing. It was almost like if you Netflix. Put on Netflix and you're seeing all of these different movie screens. I was in my mind seeing all of these different movie screens that were playing. So they were probably like my thoughts, they were my stories of what I've done over my life. And then when I could see in my brain, this was like when I was doing meditations, every day I would start to see this door. There'd be a door in my mind. And one day I just walked through the door and there was like a nothingness, a stillness, a beautiful peacefulness and calm. It was like the void that a lot of us talk about, the void where there is no thing. So there's nothing, but then there's everything at the same time. So it's where every potentiality, every possibility, every opportunity lies. So it was just the most beautiful feeling of walking through my mind out of the busyness, the survival consciousness, the fight, flight, freeze, the overwhelmment. And it was just like finally there was peace. So it was pretty much, I think, just meditate. I was meditating daily. I don't have to do that now, meditating as much as I was, but 2020 really helped because we stayed at home so much that I had a lot more time, and I could just meditate for an hour easily and then have the rest of the day. But it was just, yeah, the peace, and just come back to who the essence of who you truly are just feels amazing. So now I feel like now I became nothing again. So it's like, who do I want to be? I resonate with being a light worker. I resonate with being a starseed. I now channel individuals across the universe and beyond. I remembered, like, I think it was Caroline Corey helped me remember how to use telepathy. So channeling's pretty much like telepathy. She teaches how to remote view. So I kind of remembered how to remote view so I can look across Earth, or I can look into the Galactic Federation mothership, or the galactic sun. Like you can just remote view anywhere because all of this energy is connected. So it's all oneness. So you can easily tune in. So for a long time before that, I was kind of watching Gaia TV. I was watching quantum physics. I was watching near-death experiences. I was watching cosmic channelers. It was so weird because my friends, like my old school friends, we always just went out drinking and partying, and like nothing like what I'm doing now. Like it was just such a different world. And then all of a sudden I'm just watching cosmic channelers, people channeling ET, extraterrestrials, extra dimensionals, and it's just what a contrast. It was, yeah, just a full 360. So I started seeing light codes. I could see codes, like it was like a matrix, really. I could see codes. Everything had a code. A tree had a code, but a different species of tree would have a different code, but it would be a similar code because it was the same. It was a tree. I could see codes everywhere I went. And then I started seeing blueprints. So a car would drive past and I'd see the car's blueprint. I could see geometric patterns and shapes. With my eyes closed, my eyes open, I could see my room and things with my eyes closed, but it was just more like a glow, like an energetic glow. Um, yeah, I started seeing into other dimensions, dimensional spaces, not just the earth reality. Yeah, and then I don't know, I just honestly, I just started seeing so many things like orbs, or orbs everywhere, and you can see orbs on, like if you're filming on your iPhone or other phones, cameras. You can see reflections. People would say it's the sun reflecting, but I can see those little orbs that are flying around all of the time. I see them now. It's crazy. So they're just like they're beings from higher realms, loved ones, guides, all helping us. So I felt like I unlocked the matrix codes, how I felt like I unlocked it. And every day I'm still relearning, realigning, and I'm realigning to new earth, to the 5D, fifth dimension, and beyond. 5D, we can go so much beyond 5D. But what I was feeling for a long time when I was releasing and realigning with higher realms, I was actually feeling for a while like I was getting electric shocks. It was such high energy, high frequency that it was actually messing with my nervous system. And I felt like I was getting burnout quite often. So really do need to look after yourself, and just I wasn't grounding myself enough. I wasn't grounding myself to my root chakra. I wasn't grounding to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to the inner sun. So I find, yeah, really valuable to ground yourself, look after yourself, drink water, like just eat a bit healthier when you can, because when you're trying to align with higher realms, higher frequencies, expanded consciousness, there is kind of a little bit of a burnout feeling if you don't look after yourself, because it's just such powerful energy. But you are powerful too. You've just forgotten. You've limited yourself, and you've forgotten how powerful you are. So yeah, it's all good. You just need to have fun with it as well, and not overthink it. So one person that I really loved when I first started was Abraham Hicks. I went to see Abraham Hicks, so it's Esther who channels Abraham, and they talk about the law of attraction, which I love. The law of attraction, what you put out there, you get back. It's so true, cause and effect as well. So we went to Sydney, flew to Sydney to see Abraham Hicks, which was an amazing opportunity. So yeah, and Abraham does explain the higher realms can be like putting your toe in a light socket, and that's what it was feeling like. I actually felt all of this energy all throughout my body. I did feel it a few months ago as well. I had the same thing where I had a nervous system blowout. It's just sometimes you just connect with so much energy that, yeah, it's just a reminder to balance yourself and look after yourself again. So it's really nice. I'm not limiting myself like I used to. I'm just thinking big now, thinking more expansion, more abundance, more wellness, more fun, more joy, more happiness. So yeah, I've been having fun practicing my telepathy, my channeling, remote viewing, having fun with the Galactic Federation of Light. I don't know how that even happened. I obviously know them. I've been told I was on a council for the Galactics as well. I've been told I've been a lot of things. I've been told I was an ancient crystal for a while, where people used to come and bring they wanted to ask information, so they'd ask me. There was like 5 of us, wise old crystals. Oh my God, can you imagine? Maybe that's why I love crystals so much. I was a crystal in a past life. Crazy. I was also told I was a gas, like a part of the atmosphere. so like a cloud in the atmosphere on a planet. So yeah, like so the ecosystem works together, helps each other, supports each other. So yeah, I could have been a gaseous pink cloud or something. Yeah, I know it's going to get crazy, people. Um, so I quite often I get called. I'll get this big ringing in my ears, universal energy coming in, or the galactics coming in, and there'll be a starseed meeting. So I'll be with thousands of other starseeds and beings, individuals across the universe and beyond that are supporting Earth and humanity. So I can end up on another planet at any time, remote viewing, taking my consciousness to another planet. I talk to angels quite a bit. The angelics are really helpful, really good healers. The angels are always bringing in light codes for transformation for myself and for everybody that listens to my podcast or watches my YouTube channel or just interacts with me. And the same, like there's so many people that are doing it now. You all have light codes within you. We're all sharing our own light codes for transformation. So yeah, I've seen beings at the gym before. I've been doing a yoga practice and I've seen beings standing by my yoga instructor just observing her. I mean, I've not told her this. I think I've told one person this. Yeah, so there was these tall beings. They look like the ones that see Dr. Joe Despensza. Yeah, they look like those tall healers, 7-foot beings. And they were sending love and appreciation towards her. So I can see the codes of how reality works. So yeah, it's just crazy. So I have, I tell my family sometimes, like, I can see beings and they just kind of laugh at me. So that's okay. So do you think, am I crazy or am I awakening? So I was pretending to be someone else for a while. It's like a character in a play and you're just pretending. But now I've just decided I think it's time to finally be my true self. And if it's, if this is real, this is real. If it's not, it's not. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. That's okay, because there's a lot of other crazies with me. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for joining me. There's a lot of other stories that I have for you guys. So join me on YouTube or on my podcast. So yeah, I ask some weird and wonderful questions to the universe. I've got a lot more to ask. So if you guys have any questions that you want answered, then please comment. And we can do this together. Let's get on this. Let's get on the high frequency train with New Earth and create all of the solutions that we need to everything. So we've got this. So thank you guys. Once again, I am Jozee from Lily Leaf 11. I am sending you high frequency light codes and you are amazing. Bye for now.